Issele Issele Kingdom was founded by the Benins in about 1230 AD by Oba Eweka I of Benin Empire, and first Ogi of the kingdom was Prince Owadie, who was the second son of Oba Eweka I. The original name of the new kingdom carved out of Benin Empire, Issele, signifies relationship with the Benins and Oba of Benin City, Uku Apolopolo, Omonoba Edo. When Oba Eweka I created the new Benin outpost of Issele, now pronounced Issele, his main objectives was to check and stop the influx of movement of people from east of River Niger and people from Igala land into the Edo land west of the River Niger for farming and fishing operations. Also to use Issele, the new outpost and kingdom, as a defensive outpost to the Benin Empire and moreover for expansion purposes. The kings of Issele are the true representatives of the Oba of Benin in the area lying to the west of the River Niger, and as such the Obi, king of Issele, has a position of authority as the Oba's authentic representative in the eastern extremities of the Great Benin Empire.
I am His Royal Majesty Abogidi Obi Unduka, the traditional ruler of Issele Kingdom. I was born at a local hospital not too far from here, named St. Teresa Hospital. And early in life, I had to leave home as a result of our culture and tradition. And firstly, I had to go to Lagos, although very briefly, before I moved to Benin City. That was where I had my formative years. I attended my primary school and my secondary school before moving to Ibadan, where I studied at the University of Ibadan, Industrial and Production Engineering. Now, before I had to prepare for my coronation after my graduation. We are descendants and from noble princes, noblemen from the Benin Kingdom, and each and every one of us, take pride in our history, and that is what makes us a very great community. And over the years, for over 830 years, we have been able to preserve our culture, our rich history, our ancestry, and it is what we delight in. All around the country, this is what we are known for, and that's what makes us great. In terms of governing, our people, I said it earlier, we pride ourselves in our culture, so there is respect, not for me first of all as a person, but for the history and the stool I occupy. That is where the respect comes from. Then people get to respect me for who I am, the things I've done. So in that regard, I have no problem. My people adore me. I can't deny that, and I'm grateful that they do. So they respect the institution first of all before the person, and which is the right thing to do. Then regarding chieftaincy title, probably I forgot to mention that it is what also makes this community a unique community. Our local administration is the best you can find anywhere else, and it is as well similar to that of the Benin Kingdom. So when it comes to local administration, every quarter, every village that makes up Issele has a chieftaincy title or two, or probably more, that is peculiar to them. So what we do is we try to encourage the families, or I'll call them clans, or the particular village, that these chieftaincy titles reside, to give us credible people to step forward and take up the title, because to also assist us in the administration of the community. And I, as a traditional ruler, have my privilege, and I can decide to give any deserving son or daughter based on his or her contribution, to the development of our community, or his contributions towards the welfare of the palace, as I please. So I have that right as well, but I prefer we are able to occupy the more traditional chieftaincy stools before I go ahead to give the more honorary titles.
Issele has a tradition that is quite admired by everybody across the world. Issele migrated from the Benin Kingdom, and of course, if you know the tradition of the Benin Kingdom, that's exactly what we practice in Issele, and it's quite interesting and second to none across, Africa. So we have interesting tradition, one of which is our kings are so revered. We cherish them so much. The kingdom is one that has dignity, unfathomable dignity, and the town is respected for that long, aged tradition.
See, Issele tends to maintain a lot of culture. They try to maintain their culture, And when you go into Issele, you see, you feel very much at home. You feel relaxed. The atmosphere is so different, You feel the unity. You see the people you grew up with. Those kind of, and they still embrace you, and you discuss freely, and so fully welcome. That's one of the things that always attract me to Issele, and I think it's very good to maintain. Maintaining culture is very important for a town of that nature, and again, being a local government headquarter, and they still maintain culture of that. It's a great credit.
The culture of Issele and the tradition is clear. This is what our ancestors has left for us. And this is our way of doing things. This Issele tradition is so sweet and important to the average Issele man. Firstly, the respect for the throne. The submission of every subject of Issele to the Obi of Issele. We maintain our Ine festivals. We enjoy thanking God, thanking the ancestors for keeping us from farming season to the end of harvesting. We have the Opala title. The Opala title is something we cherish so much. And this is part of what our forefathers left for us. We have all our groups, our cult groups. The Omo, the Zud, the DBS, the Opala BCs, and so many others that keeps the structure of the town to the extent that we move from one stage to the other, which maintains peace. If you look at the structure again, the Mbibi section of our system to the Idumu, from the Idumu to the Obe, from the Obe to Izwani, from Izwani to Obi, the palace. It therefore means that it takes a while, it takes some difficulties for one to take his brother to police, for one to take his brother to court. That's a conventional court, because you have this system reeled out that you can easily see, I have a misunderstanding with my brother. This is the stage I will go. This is the next stage. Until you get to our native customary Supreme Court, the palace. So this makes the system, the traditional